Welcome to the Beast Cars, the ultimate destination for speed, style, and power. There was a time in the 1980s when car companies were experimenting with bold ideas, and one of the most fascinating results of that era was the Pontiac Fiero GT. At first glance, this car didn't look like anything else on American roads. Low, sharp, and aggressive, the Fiero GT had the kind of exotic silhouette that made people think it belonged in the same conversation as European sports cars. When it first appeared, it immediately grabbed attention because it looked like a miniature supercar rather than a typical American coupe. The sleek wedge-shaped body, hidden headlamps, sculpted side panels, and wide rear stance gave it a futuristic appearance that still turns heads decades later. What made it even more interesting was that it came from Pontiac, a brand mostly known at the time for muscle cars and performance sedans rather than mid-engine sports cars. The biggest surprise of the Fiero GT was hidden beneath the bodywork. Unlike most American cars of that time, the engine wasn't sitting under the hood in the front. Instead, Pontiac engineers placed it right behind the driver and passenger seats. This mid-engine layout dramatically improved the car's balance and handling, giving drivers a more sports car-like driving experience. When you sit inside the Fiero GT and press the accelerator, you immediately feel that unique weight distribution. The car feels planted, agile, and eager to take corners. Power came from a 2.8-liter V6 engine that produced around 140 horsepower. While that might not sound massive by today's standards, in the lightweight Fiero GT, it delivered a fun and engaging driving experience. Paired with either a manual or automatic transmission, the car was capable of surprising acceleration and confident highway performance. But performance wasn't the only reason people loved the Fiero GT. The design philosophy behind the car was revolutionary for its time. Instead of traditional steel body panels, the Fiero used lightweight composite panels mounted on a steel space frame. This not only reduced weight, but also made the car resistant to small dents and corrosion. It was a clever engineering solution that allowed Pontiac to create dramatic shapes without the limitations of conventional metal panels. The GT version also came with upgraded styling elements, such as aerodynamic ground effects, a rear spoiler, and distinctive taillights that stretched across the back of the car, giving it a bold and unmistakable presence. Step inside the cabin and you'll find an interior that perfectly reflects the spirit of the 1980s. The dashboard wraps slightly around the driver, creating a cockpit-like feeling that emphasizes control and engagement. The instrument cluster is clear and driver-focused, with large analog gauges that are easy to read at a glance. Supportive bucket seats hold you firmly in place during spirited driving, and the driving position feels surprisingly sporty for a car from this era. The layout is simple, functional, and focused on the driving experience rather than excessive luxury. Driving the Fiero GT today feels like stepping into a time capsule of automotive ambition. It represents a moment when American automakers were willing to experiment with unconventional ideas in pursuit of something exciting. While it faced challenges during its production run, the car has since earned a strong following among enthusiasts who appreciate its unique design, mid-engine layout, and unmistakable personality. On the road, it still feels playful and engaging, offering a level of connection between driver and machine that modern cars sometimes struggle to replicate.